Piggly needs to hold it back a little bit. Gianmaria's holding him up. He just needs a little nose in front. Across the stripe, green light. And Gianmaria, the thunder, as they go across the stripe here. Gianmaria out in front, Max Piggly right behind him. I think it's City. And, well, it's both the Chevy Luminas behind them. So far, everybody's got past with dust being kicked up. But there's Gianni Morbidelli right at the back, waiting for problems to surface in front of him. Both Chevy Luminas, third and fourth. And that has got to be Iacone in third place with Francesco Cini behind him. Just a little bit of a weight. Iacone's got a little bit of a thrust on here. Staying with Max Piggly. Max is keeping his powder dry. Meanwhile, behind him, that's Tonio Liuzzi moving up through the field. That is Liuzzi. He's got to be coming. It must be Liuzzi. I can't think of it be anybody else on the second of the. Oh, everybody going wide. Saw one of the Jaguars going out there. That's a BMW spinning at the back into the fence. That was a hard contact from one of the BMWs. Can't see who it is at the moment. Max Mugelli, that's Mugelli, right at the back. And look at the damage of that car. It spun around, and we've already got a little bit of a problem for, I think that's the second of the Jaguars. That's Enzio Muccio in the second of the Jaguar, smoking away, and that's tyre smoke. It's not engine smoke, that's tyre smoke. That is burning through everything there. I might actually be wrong, it might not be tyre smoke. There's a lot of smoke coming off the back of that. So Muccio, the second of the Jaguars, the Felito Motors Jaguars, smoking away at the back, still smoking. And yes, it is Liuzzi who's up there. Gianmaria, Piggly, Cini. And what's that, Iacone? Iacone's right at the back, so we've lost Iacone, which is unusual because I thought I saw him right at the front there, didn't see what happened to him. Yes, Iacone's out, so I missed what happened to Iacone. That's Liuzzi. He's had a good start. Liuzzi off from the fourth row of the grid into fourth place. Behind him is Tom Biaggi, then Muccio, Bacci, Calderola, Christian Fittipaldi and Burton, Gigi Ferrara down in 11th place, Gianni Morbidelli in 12th, Mauro Cesare, Christopherson, Pollara. Yes, Iacone is out. And Macho's out as well, so whatever that smoke was, it's been terminal for the second of the Jaguars. Keep your eye on everything, got screens, paperwork, cars, everything to watch out for here. Yellow flag, slippery bits on the track, so they're guessing it was an engine. I thought it was tyre smoke. So safety car's out almost straight away. We've got 22 minutes plus 1 lap to go here. It's a 30-minute race plus 1 lap. So once again, the safety car's out. We saw this in GT Sprint earlier. Already lost Iacone, Larini. Larini out before the race even started. Might not have lost Iacone though. I don't see him on the track. That's Muccio is out. Engine problems. Larini, as I said, out before the race even started. Here's another look at the start here. Good start for Gianmaria in front of Piggly. And Iacone staying with him as well. The black and orange, but there's both black and orange. Both the Chevy Luminas are black and orange. But Iacone in front of Cini. And then a problem. And that was what, there must have been spilling on oil. That was Max Mugelli, and I think he must have spun on oil from... Look at a big, heavy contact as well from Muccio's Jaguar. And still didn't see what happened to Iacone. But running under pace car again while they clean up the track. Camonzi badged Audi, Gianni Morbidelli going through. There's Tom Schuffler right at the back. Everybody says best lap for Max Mugelli, 1:59.7 from the start, but I don't think that will stand up. And there was Liuzzi going up the inside, and that puts Muccio very, very wide, and I think is coming wide here and going back across the back across everything. You can see how high these curbs are, and going across the, that was when he pulled off. That's Muccio pulling off there. So, oof. Oh, hold on to your breath. It's all about to start again. You can see how high these curbs are, and this is just touring around, you know, very, very slow. And you can see how high the cars jump. So we got Gianmaria from Pigoli, then Francesco Cini, Antonio Liuzzi, Tom Biaggi in 5th place, Bacci, it says, in 6th place from Nico Calderola, Fittipaldi in 8th, Berton in 9th, Ferrara in 10th, and Gianni Morbidelli. And still waiting to see what happened to, I think it was just, he just went over the curb. That's what I think happened to Ennio, Simone Iacone. Went over the curb, and I think his suspension might have collapsed, but something definitely stopped any forward movement of that car. So Iacone just came off of one of the curbs, and the car just ran straight on. So it's probably a suspension problem. It's all guesswork. It's all guesswork, but I think it might be Iacone's suspension put him out of this from race 1. Bacci's in the pits as well, Andrea Bacci. The second of the car racing Mercedes. I think he's gone out again, might be out on track, so Bacci I think down in 14th place. No, he's in, I told you he was in. They're cleaning everything. I don't know what the problem was with that car, but it seems to be okay. It's probably oil. I would imagine that's oil from the blow-up of Muccio. So he can get out and get at the back of this train going through, because the safety car is still out. Ooh. What's going to happen next? Gianmaria Max Pigoli still with an advantage here. Big power cars are still out in front. Nothing's happened to dent them at the moment. Francesco Cini still in with it. Liuzzi, who really doesn't like the curbs. We've seen the curbs. They, at the start of the race, they still had the race, the road suspension in there. Okay, different shock absorbers. They've got a ball. I can't remember exactly what it's called, a ball suspension mount, which has been changed now. They've got the full race suspension on that car racing Mercedes, but still, Liuzzi has found out to his detriment how high these curbs are. Coming down from a curb in practice, the entire front of the car collapsed on him. Looked like some quite heavy damage done as well. And they pulled apart the front of the car, got it back together for racing, as they did with the MTM. Audi just going through your screen there, the grey and red Audi at the back. The Meyer Technik, the Motor Technik Meyer, that's what MTM stands for, big tuning house in Germany for Audis. Safety car deployed, looking at the other screen, just waiting for it to come in. Still under race conditions, half the race done. A lot of it under race and safety car conditions. And that is, to be quite frank, not what the Audi team wanted. There's nothing they can do under a safety car, but under race conditions, they can wait to see who will have the problems at the front and hopefully eat up. That's at the beginning with the under safety car, but you can see the engine exploded from the from Muccio's Jaguar in front of him, and poor old Max Mugelli hit the oil straight away, under power. The car swapped sides and backed into the armcar side of the track. Max Mugelli, it says, still out there though, so the back of the car hasn't really damaged any of the suspension components, so able to get going. But Max Mugelli down in 15th place. Bacci's rejoined the race, so he's in 16th. So we've lost Muccio and Iacone, with Andrea Larini being out before the race even started. Don't know what happened to the car, just saw it parked up after the formation lap. Gianmaria, the sole remaining Romeo Ferraris Mercedes, in orange nose and the white bodywork. Max Pigoli, Mad Max, the Bulldog, on track in front of Francesco Cini. Then Antonio Liuzzi, Tom Biaggi, good for him. Nico Calderola in the coupe version of the AMG C63. Good for him in 6th place. Nico. Then Christian Fittipaldi, 7th place. Giovanni Berton in 8th. Gigi Ferrara in 9th. Gianni Morbidelli 10th. He's in front of Cesare Christopherson, Pollara, and Tom Schoeffler, and Max Mugelli with Bacci, and the last of the car racing Mercedes right at the back, but at least he's got a clean windscreen. Safety car in this lap, they say. Round the back of the track we go again. As they come down to Zaccaria. Safety car will pull in. Go down the pit lane. And Raffaele Gianmaria, oh, what is going on there? Brake testing from one of the Roma Racing Mercedes. And from the start, Gianmaria got it down. So did Pigoli, so did Cini. Big horsepower, keeping him ahead of everybody. Antonio Liuzzi there, just holding up Tom Biaggi. Sweet handling BMW, but it certainly doesn't have the displacement needed around here. So the big four out in front. Romeo Ferraris, Ferlito Motors, Solaris and Carl Racing. All Mercedes, Jaguar and Chevy Lumina. Oh, sideways goes the number one. Christian Fittipaldi out of the race. Big style into the barriers. Didn't see the cause of that. But Christian Fittipaldi, well, he's been very unhappy about trying to keep up with these Mercedes around here, and of course the Chevy Lumina and the Jaguar, but the Mercedes, he says, are the bigger threat. And so it's proving at the moment, oh, dismal. Let's see what happened here. It looks like, didn't even see the start of that. Didn't even see the start. Might have even got tagged at the back. But Christian Fittipaldi out and hits the barriers, but he's okay. That's the main thing. Liuzzi, followed by Tom Biaggi, Nico Calderola, and after Calderola, it's Giovanni Bert. No, that's Ferrara, Gigi Ferrara, who's up there. Yes, of course, Ferrara in the second of the Roma Racing machines. So Ferrara, from almost the rear of the grid start, fought his way through. He's now up to 9th place. In fact, I think he'll be higher than that. Should be into 7th, I think. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that dust is a little bit scary. Cini staying with him. Max Pigoli. They'll want to move that pretty quickly. Max Pigoli in 2nd place. All three together, gapping Liuzzi a little bit. Liuzzi's coming under fire from Tom Biaggi. And then behind Tom Biaggi, it is Gigi Ferrara. And then Nico Calderola. Behind Calderola, Giovanni Berton, the second of the dynamic BMW. So BMW, I mean, Tom Biaggi. Oh, it's a problem for Tom. That's an engine let loose on him. Something's gone in the centre of that, and he was doing so well. Steam pouring out of the front of that Team Dynamic M3. Tom Biaggi out once again, and he was doing so well. That's Max Mugelli. That's that damage from the rear, and he's lost the back. He's damaged front and rear as well. Steam pouring out from Tom Biaggi's BMW. Max Mugelli is shedding bits of, well, you know, lose a little bit of weight around here. He's lost his muffler system. The silencer's fallen off, bodywork's falling off. At the front, it hasn't hurt these. Look at that, leaping through the corners. These three cars do that so well. Liuzzi, a little bit more circumspect. Max Pigoli losing a little bit of time now through Gianmaria, stretching away at the front. Francesco Cini's trying to stay with him. Big displacement for the Chevy Lumina, over 6 litres as well. And getting some serious speed, making that bodywork flap. The bonnet flaps around him. And Gianmaria doing so well here. Max Pigoli's closed up a little bit again. And you want that supercharger to kick in down the start and finish straight. Only 300 metres, they say, to start and finish straight. It looks a lot shorter, a lot longer than that, I can tell you. Coming into Vivalo. Again, under 10 minutes, plus 1 lap to go. And now Liuzzi's coming under threat from the other Roma Racing machine of Gigi Ferrara. They've dropped Nico Calderola. Ferrara is now all over the back of last year's Formula One runner, Vitantonio Liuzzi. And he's very, very wary of these bumps. Look at that, back end going around. That was Bacci. Under brakes, Bacci trying to swap ends from the second of the Carl Racing Mercedes. He's trying to push up from the back of the grid. He's passed Schoeffler and Christopherson under power. He's in 10th place behind Mauro Cesari. Oh! And he's still fighting his Liuzzi. Doesn't like going across those curbs, but he knows he has to do it to keep Ferrara behind him. Ferrara pushing hard. Both big displacement of Roma Ferraris. The Roma Racing Mercedes very quick in a straight line, just under straight line speed, goes past Liuzzi. Ferrara up into 4th place. Oh, up onto 2 wheels as Ferrara goes through. And pulling away from Liuzzi now. Liuzzi, well, he needs the points because he needs to keep in front of Christopherson, who's in 11th place. Liuzzi will be driving for points here, and Christopherson will be hoping that Liuzzi will have a problem. And who's that? That's one of the BMWs out as well. Max Mugelli, I think, has pulled over. And Christopherson will be seeing a 10-point lead evaporate here if Liuzzi carries on as he does in 5th place. I'm not going to work it all out in my head. Francesco Cini now starting to push hard on Max Pigoli. Pigoli unable to do anything about Gianmaria out in front of him. In fact, he's losing a little bit of time. Gianmaria just put in the fastest lap of the race, 1:45.2. He's motoring away here. Cini, 1:45.2 as well, just a little bit down on him. Pigoli, 1:45.5. So Cini is drawing breath on Pigoli here and hoping to push him into a mistake and get past him, but they are really leaping these curbs in order to maximise their speed through the chicanes, the long chicanes and the tight chicanes. As they come round the back of the track, we're coming up to that nasty little kink at Pineta, or the Schumacher corner as they call it, round the back of the circuit coming down to Zagaria. Another look at this, under power. This is straight power from the Roma Racing Mercedes, who sweeps past Tonio Liuzzi. Cini still all over the back of Max Pigoli, but now Ferrara starting to, that is a big gap he's opened on Liuzzi. Liuzzi, as I said, he's driving for points here. He wants to come away with this and close right on the points gap of Johan Christopherson. Christopherson just needs to keep going. Christopherson in 9th place at the moment, in front of Tom Schoeffler. Racing for points is with Antonio Liuzzi. Really didn't want to fight with Gigi Ferrara, who's not in the points lead. Cini still all over the back of Pigoli. Still right on him. Pigoli hasn't been able to do anything about Cini, and Cini can be ferocious at times. Gianmaria just pulling away by 1.5 seconds. Just over 5 minutes left of racing, plus 1 lap. Cini's just having a look. Look at the bonnet of that Chevy Lumina flapping away in the slipstream from Max Pigoli. Oh, Pigoli, look at that. We did say coming off of one of these berms, that's a suspension collapse. most definitely came down off of one of the berms. The rear suspension absolutely collapsed on him. Smoke pouring up as the rear tyre rubbed into the bodywork. Max Pigoli out of the race. One jump too many. No problem with the engine, they're just looking at that. That's just a little bit of brake burn and smoke coming out from that, but that wasn't an engine problem. That was rear suspension from Max Pigoli. Saw it come off of the berm, bang! As it comes down, the rear suspension collapses, the tyre rubs into the bodywork, and Max Pigoli knew his race was over there and then. Gianni Morbidelli fighting his way through. Morbidelli, I can't believe this, has got past Bacci, now up into 7th place. Morbidelli on Calderola, Nico Calderola, horsepower city in that C63 AMG Coupe, and it's got Morbidelli all over the back of him as well. But Gianmaria, no problems for him now with Pigoli out of it, and Pigoli's suspension collapse held up Cini for just a little bit. Gianmaria, though, is still pushing hard. 1:44.99, another fastest lap of the race. Cini, 3.2 seconds behind him now. It's got that second place, not in the way really he would have wished. He would have liked to have passed Pigoli, because taking Pigoli's scalp is a big deal in this. And look at this! Gianni Morbidelli on the back of Liuzzi. No, it's Caldi. It's Bacci, sorry, Liuzzi's teammate. So he's already done with Calderola, I think. Is this? It has to be Bacci. It is Bacci in front of him. So Morbidelli now into 7th place. Oh, and that car of Christian Fittipaldi still parked on the track. It's not on the racing line. And you've got a wide enough track here. I thought it was Liuzzi for a moment that Morbidelli had caught. No. So Kristoffersson in 8th place. Liuzzi in 4th place. Liuzzi won't have passed him, I don't think. I'm not going to do maths in my head. Liuzzi won't have passed him for the championship lead at the moment. Kristoffersson, well, Morbidelli's in front of him, then comes Bacci, then Calderola, then Liuzzi. And this is a battle for the championship. The one thing that Kristoffersson really doesn't want. And look at that, he's staying well away from those berms, well away from the curbs. He knows what they'll do to the suspension. Tom Scheffler in the background there behind Mauro Cesari. Kristoffersson 8th, Cesari 9th, Tom Scheffler in 10th. A reminder, Gianmaria out in front, 1:44.998, 3.9 seconds in front of Cini. Ferrara's just put in his fastest lap of the race, but it's a 1:46.3, and he's 8 seconds down on 2nd place, but 12 seconds in front of Tonio Liuzzi. Calderola's behind him, then Bacci and Morbidelli behind Bacci, should be. They're still waiting for him to go through. Whereas Morbidelli are 7.8 seconds down on Bacci, so he's had a little bit of a problem as Gianni Morbidelli. He's dropped time on Bacci. And Kristoffersson behind Morbidelli by quite a long way in 8th place. This is Gianmaria out in front. Fastest lap of the race, and your current leader by nearly 4 seconds over Francesco Cini. 1.5 minutes left, plus 1 lap to go. And you're still a black line from some of the oil left down there. And look at that, it's a long, long line all the way through there from Enzo Muccio's Jaguar. It's left a long, long line of oil all over the track. The majority of it has been mopped up, nothing else being a problem. And Raffaele Gianmaria seems to like actually jumping these curves, doesn't need to do that. He's got 4, maybe 5 seconds in front of Cini. That's it, yes, 5 seconds in front of Francesco Cini. Less than a minute left, plus 1 lap to go. So, as they count down, this is a penultimate lap. 2 more laps to go. And Gianmaria, another fastest lap. 1:44.974, he's just rubbing it in now. As I said, 5 seconds in front of Francesco Cini. Then Gigi Ferrara, who's another 11.5 seconds down from Cini. And Tonio Liuzzi, we need to see what Liuzzi's doing. 14 seconds down, 30 seconds down off the lead is Tonio Liuzzi. Nico Calderola in the bright yellow Coupe AMG behind him by 3.7, by 4 seconds. Then Bacci, and a long gap down to Gianni Morbidelli. You look at the difference in speed. Gianni Morbidelli's top speed, 173. Bacci's 234. Morbidelli must have been driving absolutely ferociously to close that gap the way he did, seeing how far down he was in speed. But I think Morbidelli's got more of a problem than that, because he shouldn't be that far down in speed. 25 seconds down on Bacci, so I think he's got a problem. His last lap, 2 minutes 06, was Gianni Morbidelli. Christopherson might even, I haven't seen what's happened to Morbidelli. Christopherson might actually move in front of him on this lap. So could we be seeing a little bit of team orders, even though they're not in the same team? Morbidelli races for Audi Sport Italia. I'll remind you, Christopherson KMS Audi and Tom Schoeffler MTM Audi. So they all share the same awning, but they're all in different teams. Coming up to start the final lap, as he goes across the stripe, Gianmaria knocked it off a bit, 145.6. Cini just over 5 seconds down, 146.2. So he's too slow to catch Gianmaria. And Gigi Ferrara, well, Gigi Ferrara is an age away in third place. Here he comes, start his final lap. 22 seconds down off the lead, 16 seconds down off Cini. And it really has been a bit of an eye-opener here. But the Roma Racing Mercedes still quite happily hopping the curb. He's hurt a lot of people, but it hasn't hurt the ones that Johan Christophersen wanted it to hurt. Hasn't hurt Liuzzi at the moment. He's still in fourth place. Bacci in sixth place. Then it will be Nico Caldarola. Still waiting for him to cross the start-finish line to start his final lap. But riding the curb so well, the Romeo Ferraris Mercedes of Raffaele Gianmaria. Oh no, Nico Caldarola's off as well. So on the penultimate lap, Nico Caldarola's out. That moves Morbidelli, if he's still there. No, Christophersen. Morbidelli's let Christophersen through. It's most definitely because Morbidelli's lap time's improved. Christophersen now to sixth. So that's only a two-place gap between Liuzzi and Christophersen. Morbidelli, what a gentleman. He didn't really need to do that. He's still racing, in fact, for Audi Sport Italia, but Audi won this championship any way they can, and he's let Christophersen through to sixth place. Morbidelli in seventh, Mauro Cesari in eighth, Tom Schoeffler down in ninth. Across the stripe, what a win. Gianmaria, Raffaele Gianmaria for Romeo Ferraris takes a win. The first one here at Pergusa. It's another race to go. Cini in second place. And smoke now, who is that from? Waiting for Ferrara. Ferrara, the big leap, and the suspension collapses, and everything goes under the back of that car. So the second of the Romeo Ferraris Mercedes has got to be, well, he might even come across the stripe. We'll wait for that. But that shows you what these berms will do. He's still running. Cutting everything he can. Ferrara, that's Liuzzi. Liuzzi's got third place, so more points for Liuzzi. That has helped Liuzzi out no end. Bacci in fourth. Ferrara, if Christophersen can pass Ferrara, where's Christophersen? Ferrara is trying to get across that line. We want to see what's happening. Can Christophersen pass Ferrara? We're still waiting for Ferrara to cross the line. Is Christophersen close enough to catch him before he crosses the line? My timing screen shows Ferrara not crossed the finish line yet. Christophersen in front of him, and Morbidelli's got past him as well. So Liuzzi inherits a place up to third place. Bacci in fourth. Christophersen has taken fifth place. Morbidelli in sixth. Ferrara now crosses the finish line in seventh place. Somebody please drain the adrenaline from me. Luigi Ferrara just slams the door on that. Can't believe it. One leap too many. Incredible. I got people coming into me and saying, incredible, what a race. Well, Horsepower City plus the leaps. A leap of faith for Gigi Ferrara didn't come off at the end of that. Unbelievable. Liuzzi into third place, Bacci fourth, Kristoffersen fifth. The points could not be tighter. Ah, please, somebody still my beating heart. Look at this, official results, Gianmaria, then Cini, then Liuzzi, then Bacci, then Kristoffersen. Remember, he's going to walk away with the Rookie Driver Championship here. Gianni Morbidelli, what a gentleman to let Kristoffersen through, but passing Ferrara, that final lap for Ferrara was a killer. Tom Schuffler, 9th place. Nico Calderola is credited with 10th. Max Pigoli, 11th. Well, look at how many we've lost. Pigoli, Burton, Mugello.